wood needs to be 5 on gold. Going to the mining camp. And then we're adding farms now.
Have to come from wood?
Just whatever's close, but yeah, it should be from wood because all of your all of your berries should be working and all that. So yeah, we get fletching here.
Thinking is if new builds should go for the gold or should be builds that they already have.
Yeah, either way, you want to get to 5 on gold pretty quickly. Okay. It doesn't matter exactly. Like, it depends on where your lumber camps are and stuff. I wouldn't send, like, a bunch from across the map to go to gold. Like, if you have a lumber camp here or something, I wouldn't just send, like, 5 from there. You just kind of have to figure out what's efficient in real time. Okay, so fletching, definitely.
I do. Oh, I thought I flipped it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, and yeah, again, we're just going up to 15 farms. Good. Yeah, looking good. Obviously, like, you would just have farms up a bit slower by walling, but yeah, you just sneak your walls in earlier. You just remember to do that in a real game. But anyways, we'll do a real game right after this. Okay. 14 farms. Yeah, we just need one more. Perfect. And then, actually, what we want to do is we want to get another archery range. So we can keep queuing archers, though. That's one thing that you have to do with this, compared to scouts, is you want to keep queuing archers.
Yeah.
And
37 builds, did we say?
Yeah, 37 plus wheel.
That's well.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and we already have the blacksmith, so we don't need to think about that as well.
So gold, or I don't know where.
Yeah. So we want to get up to 10 on gold now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can kind of just send from wood. We just need to get that other range up right now, though. Like, as soon as you have the 15 farms, you can get the range.
Okay.
So just like somewhere. The way that you've walled means that, like, again, there's no way to get out of your base. Actually, no, there is that one palisade wall, so never mind. It's good. You would just delete that palisade when you want to go out. There we go. Where's our range? Oh, I would place it just, like, behind. I would place it closer to this one. Instead of on this side, you don't want to have your units coming out from...
Deleting that palisade and... Like...
Yeah, not there, though, but, like, behind the walls is fine. In this situation.
Like, okay,
yeah.
Not there.
Not there, no, because that's, like, the place where you'd want to be walking out.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. But I would have built it close to the other range. Instead of on that side, just, you want to have your reinforcements coming kind of timed at the same time. Okay, we can keep getting archers, though. More archer production, and let's force drop to go up. There you go. Okay, good. Looking good. You didn't queue them in 2 ranges. You queued them all in 1.
Yeah.
Let's use the select all hotkey.
No, I don't have that. I use control groups.
Yeah, I used to do that too. It took me a while to switch, but once I did, I know it's worth it. Okay, so in this we're going for more crossbowmen. So we get keep queuing archers, but we want to get padded archer armor. We never got up to 10 on gold. So we're lacking gold here. So honestly, send up to 12 now because we're so late. So yeah, and gold mining upgrade.
Gold mining, yeah.
You have a really nice gold mine though, so you can get 12 on this, no problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might need another mining camp, but yeah. So a lot of the time, the strategy with the earlier crossbowmen is to get TCs behind it. We're gonna go for a siege push with this, but don't feel like you have to go for a siege push with this. You can go for just TCs as well. There we go. We want to, houses. So if you think to last time,
knights from one.
Yeah.
Bloodlines and upgrades for the knights or none?
You could have it. It depends. Like if he's just skirms, you might not even really need any upgrades. Like maybe +1 armor. But we want to focus on the crossbowmen, so I would delete one of those crossbowmen even. Or, well, I mean, it's almost done, but if it's like 50% done, I usually just delete. just so that you can hit that crossbow, because you want to be like going forward right now, and you want to hit that timing with the units. So let's send a Vil forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this situation, we're actually able to get TCs behind this as well. So what I would probably do is I'd probably get a TC here, and I'd probably get a TC like maybe on the gold, maybe on like this gold would actually be pretty not bad. Kind of hard to protect though. But I'd probably go here and here. Yeah, or on the outside. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I went for that one.
Yeah. Okay, good. And let's keep the TC running. Let's keep the crossbowman running. Beautiful.
So, no prioritizing ballistics or university over 30C.
This is all gonna come down to what you think in the game. This is gonna be like the standard approach though, with the 2 TCs behind it, and then you can go for the siege just a little bit later. If you have a villager forward on Castle Age, then you know you go for the siege right away. This is where we do need to actually, like, we don't really have the wood here, so don't reseed any farms.
Okay.
Yeah. In this situation, we want to get our siege happening. And it is kind of hard to go 2 TCs if we're also going siege. As you can see. Oh, well, that's fine, because we have the TCs. Yeah, exactly. Ugh. We're spending all of our wood that needs to go... Yeah, I would cancel a crossbow in production just until we have the siege. We can add in knights, too. Like, with this eco balance...
Yeah.
We can definitely add in knights, but we do want to keep Vils pumping. That's the most important thing. Like, if we're going to go 3 TCs, we have to keep the Vils pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't go for forward siege, like, on 3 TCs, though, because it's going to just not be as strong. But it can work sometimes. Like, if you're ahead, like, say that you kill a bunch of Vils, and you want to just expand the lead a little bit more. You want to finish the game. The siege can be good, but usually you would just go 1 TC with siege. It's like one or the other. But you can kind of see that we have quite a bit of resources when we go up on 37 plus wheel. So you can usually do like 2 different things at the same time, like be it ballistics and 3 TC, or you can go like siege push. You can go for like 2 stables, or you can go crossbowman. But it really depends. It's kind of hard to say because it depends on what the opponent is doing. I probably wouldn't get a university forward, though. Just because...
No? Okay.
It comes in really slowly, and yeah. You can use it to fortify part of the wall at home.
Oh.
It's usually good. Let's just get a few more villagers here. But yeah, you can see how everything, like, stuff hasn't really been coming out as well this game. Because we went for siege and for 3 DCs. So it's like we kind of have to choose between the 2. Just to open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna do the TC method,
Sorry.
if you're gonna do the TC method, just add 1 TC and then go for the siege push, and then add the 3rd TC once you have a couple, like 2 or 3 mangonels. That's how you're gonna make it smooth, is if you do it that way. But if you go for both the TCs right away, then it's not really as smooth. Okay, so at this point, like, I would be looking at the wood count and seeing 600 wood and only 10 on food. This means we need to get up more farms. So this entire area needs to have farms all the way around. So it's not really a specific number, but it's like we need 16 for the TCs, and then we need another like 11 or so for the stables. So yeah, we need to basically get up to like 25 farms-ish.
So I have a question. We have some knights with no armor whatsoever.
We would probably want to have +1 armor. This is like if he goes skirmisher defense and maybe mangonels.
Okay.
Like say he has mangonel defense or skirmisher defense. That's what the knights are there to clean up.
Yeah.
So this is why crossbowmen and knights synergize so well. Is that they cover each other's counters very well.
Yeah.
So you just have to see what he's doing. If he's going heavy skirmishers, well, then you can add some more knights. If he's going heavy, like, units that counter the knights, then you go more into crossbowmen. So this is the advantage of having both.
Plow?
Yeah, I'd probably want heavy plow earlier. Just when you can get it, really. I usually like to have heavy plow before imp. Some people don't like to click it before imp, but it is kind of better a lot of the time.
Oh, I'm just realizing I got the uni and not used it for so long. I think that happens to me.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. But anyways, this one's basically done. Like, we kind of opened how we want to do it with the TCs first. As long as you can keep the 3 TCs running, then almost no matter what you do with your army, you're still going to be fine behind it. As long as you don't just completely throw it. If you trade army, like 1 for 1, if you're on 3 TC, the game is still even. Because your opponent, like, he's not going to be on 4 TC, usually.
Yeah.
You'll be able to get damage if that's the case. So, you should feel comfortable being on 3 TCs while doing military stuff. So anyways, we'll quit out of this, and...
What I'm thinking is, in which case I would use this composition.
Yeah.
Because against searchers, I usually feel more comfortable using just knights and siege.
This is like
when...
Well, sorry. Yeah, this is when he's going for pikes, you think? Like maybe he has 6 or something pike or spears added from Feudal Age. And maybe he's going monks, maybe he's going camels, stuff like that. So, like, in that case of Berber's 3 stable, you know he's going to go camel. You show up to his base with 15 to 20 crossbowmen at the start of Castle Age, and he is ready to go camel. Well, you're maybe forcing him into making knights instead. So now you just add your own monastery at home, and you can counter him like that. Or you could just add your own knights, stuff like that. Or he might just spam camels because he's not thinking, and you just kill him. So that's usually what you'd want. So it's really like, if you think your opponent is trying to counter your knights, then you can go for a crossbowman, and usually they deal with all of the knight counters. But remember, this all stemmed from what we did in Feudal Age, which was adding in that range at 9 on food, so that we have scouts and archers. So if we keep our archer ball alive for a while, then we can decide if we want to go more crossbowman or we want to go more into the knights. Yeah. So you don't always have to add the knights in this situation either. It is a bit of an expense. Like if you don't add these knights, then you can kind of boom a little bit easier as well. Just because then you can afford like heavy plow, you can afford other technologies. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. You will find situations where this kind of play will actually be the right play. And you'll know. You'll be able to remember, oh yeah, okay, maybe we should go crossbow in this game. Anyways, let's quit out. And yeah, I'm going to host you now, and we'll just watch from your side.
Wow, okay. Thanks so much.
Cool. Yeah. I'm not really hanging up the call, but anyways, I will... give you a host here. The Rams, yeah, that'll do it. You can't just city build here. Okay, I'm gonna go through here. So we're gonna go over to Kape's stream and go support him. He's the one who paid for these sessions, so let's go give him a follow, give him a watch, and yeah, I will still be coaching on his stream for one game. He's just gonna do a ladder game, and I'll do some live coaching for that.
So actually, thanks so much again. Yeah. Welcome everybody. Hope you're enjoying, and it's helping, and it's helpful for all. That's the idea, to learn and to also be that this can help others too. So welcome everybody. Thanks for the follows. Thanks so much. So actually, I can show you. I have a list of questions, but I think that, like, at this point we can, if you want, we can go for rank and review the list tomorrow.
Wait, yeah, if you have some questions, I can answer some questions too.
Yeah, okay, as you want. But I feel like a lot of these questions we already been talking about them during all this coaching.
And we have more planned for tomorrow too, so we might even go over them tomorrow.
as you prefer.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. yeah, I'm still here, so.
Yeah, okay. We can go for some of them. So thanks so much for the follows, guys. Hope the alerts aren't too annoying. And let's see. I think we can go for this, and I should be able to show you the questions. So if you're on stream, yeah.
Nice.
That's good work. Okay.
That's great.
So, first question: how to adapt if opponent is going 1TC3 stable? I think we covered that already.
Yeah, that's the monastery or 2 at home, and just go 3TC yourself. You go for monastery, or even 2 monasteries if you need to, or 2 stable knights with 1 monastery. You will defend. Yeah.
Okay.
So
perfect.
how do we adapt if opponent is going camels? Yeah, you can prepare pikemen. Yeah, but crossbowmen is good because crossbowmen can pressure. So yeah, pikemen will kill the camels, but what do you do with them after the camels are gone? Then the opponent goes something that kills the pikemen, and
yeah. So this we already covered. I tend to get overwhelmed in castle by 3 stable Chris Brown. Yeah. So against archer play from opponent. Should I go for siege workshop? Always right away. Should I try to?
So I usually like to go for siege shop in my base if I can't defend against the early crossbowmen. So if I find on my level, if my opponent is up earlier and he has like 15 crossbowmen or something, I'm gonna get the siege shop at home because he's gonna be putting pressure on me already before I have the knights out. If I'm up at about the same time as him, I might be able to get 6 to 8 knights out. And then I crush his army or force him back, and then I go siege forward. So basically, if I need something quickly, I'm going to get the siege shop at home. If I can wait for the knights and I'm not going to die, then I get +2 knights and I crush him with the knights. So that's usually my game plan. So it depends, of course, on this. So if the uptime's similar, then I usually like to rely on knights. If he's ahead in the uptime, then I go for siege at home.
Okay.
But then, sometimes it's not always good to go forward siege off of that too. Sometimes you just want to push them away and then you want to expand your economy. So you learn the different situations to do this as you play.
So, sorry, I'm laughing because Fit Miho is saying if this is how he plays video games, I definitely want him to be my doctor.
Methodical, yes.
So, how to deal with Drashman arms when going for scouts? Should I sometimes just change the build and go straight for 1 range in feudal?
You can. In certain situations, like say that he takes you off of berries, then maybe you just go for the range, and because then you're not going to have food production for constant villagers if you go scout in this situation. So like this is a bad case where he just takes you off of berries really early and you can't get back on, and you're just never getting back onto berries. Then you can go for the range and just skip out on the stable, and then depending on how the game goes, you can just continue with the range. You usually don't really want to add the stable for scouts later, but you can go 2 stable knights after that. But you want to get the range up that you can deal with everything. Like archers and skirms will deal with everything in feudal age. You'll have more archers if you go with scouts, and you have more skirmishers if you go in archers. Or go too heavy on the skirms though. But you want to get your walls up. So basically what you do is you get the range out to deal with everything, and then you finish your walls.
Perfect. So if opponent is going straight to pikemen in castle, should we go for skirms or scorps? I think like yesterday, one of the games I played after I didn't show that, but after we get the coaching, I was playing, I think, Khmer against, let me think, Burgundians. And he won. I got to castle much earlier, and he went for pikes. But I thought, okay, Surf, teach me that knights can work against scorps, against pikes, if I have monks to heal them up. So I went for monks and some knights, and I won anyway against pikes. And I didn't drop the workshop that I usually do.
Yeah, you don't need it all the time. So you can overpower pikemen because you have mobility. So you run from fights that you don't want to take, and you pick off small numbers of pikes when they get out of position. And eventually you snowball the knights and win from there. And the monks will heal up those little hits that you get from those split up pikes. But you can't always do that. Some players are good with their pikes. They keep them all kind of together. And so skirmishers are great if you add the skirmishers from earlier. So remember, we are going for a range 9 on food. If we have like 4 to 8 skirmishers from that, well, maybe we go for elite skirmishers because we already have fletching. We might already have +1 armor, so stuff like that. If we don't have any of that, we don't even have the range. Yeah, scorpions are gonna probably be better because it's gonna take so long to get into skirmishers. Elite skirmisher upgrade is 230 wood, 130 gold, so it's very expensive.
Yeah,
so,
it is. Yeah.
Like honestly, I would rather go crossbowman in a lot of ways. Like just add the crossbowman upgrade, get like 6 crossbowmen, 8 crossbowmen. That's gonna be even better than skirmishers.
Okay.
So it's actually cheaper to go crossbowman than to go for skirmishers. So skirmishers are great if you're up against crossbowmen, but if you're up against enemy pikemen, I would say you want to go crossbowman yourself instead of going for skirmishers, because you're actually not limited by your gold early on. You're limited by your food and your wood, especially food.
Exactly.
So you don't want to be adding skirmishers because that's costing you food, which needs to go into knights. You can always just go more on gold because, well, unless you don't have access to your mines, but you know, if you're on 2 mines, you're going to be able to spam knights and crossbow, no problem. It's just really you're limited.
Because last game, I feel that the game that I was talking about, I feel like I got to overrun him just with knights because he invested into knights and cavalier, Burgundian cavaliers on castle, and pikeman at the same time. But I feel that sometimes if he goes all in with the all military investment only into pikeman, Scorps and Knights cannot work sometimes. Like
work, but
it can.
Yeah, no. Remember our micro test from the first day. Pikes, they will still die to Knights and Scorps. You just have to line them up. It's all about micro. If you're gonna be using Scorpions, you have to do that micro. You have to line them up. If you can't micro the Scorpion and Knight combination, you're gonna have a bad time against full pike. But if you can manipulate where the enemy pikes are just by running around with the knights and making them line up for the Scorps, then you're going to be fine. So maybe we will work a little bit more on that micro tomorrow because I think it is actually useful.
Perfect.
Yeah, you will find yourself in that situation a lot.
Perfect. So how
many builds for wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.